Hi, this is Greg McCoach, editor of the Mining Speculator. I'm here today at the Toronto Metals Investor Forum with President Raul Sanabria of Baroyeca Gold and Silver. Raul, glad you can make it to the show and to the interview.
Thanks, Greg. Thanks again for having me here.
Yes, and exciting situation. You're a recommendation in my newsletter that's up at the top of my list, and a lot of exciting things going on. First off, let's just get caught up. We got a phase 2 drill program going on at Atocha. When do you expect the assays to help give us some clarity about where we should continue doing the work?
Well, we've been working against the clock to have results for PDAC. Actually, I got a great deal with SGS in Medellin for the turnarounds, and they delivered. They gave me results for Friday on the first hole that we drilled. Second hole has been finished. The samples are on their way to the lab, and we started the third hole. I am not planning in releasing holes like 5 at a time. We want to get into 1, 2, and have a steady every week, maximum 2 weeks, have drill results out. We signed for a 5,000-meter program, and we're doing short holes, so we can expect lots of press releases and an ongoing plan as we drill in shallower structures. So no, it's going to be like a steady flow of news releases, Greg.
Yeah, I mean, that should take us, what, through August, you think, or into September?
Probably more than that, because we're trying to do same as we did at Laye, like 25-meter step outs along strike of the veins, and the only pinpoints we have are the surface exposures where we actually find them. We never know what is the best part of it, but systematically we're going to test this structure on the parallel structures, and I rather maximize our footage. With the current drill contract that we have with Perfotech in Colombia, we don't get charged for drill moves as long as they don't take more than 3 days. So I can bank on lots of drill pads and lots of drill holes rather than finding holes from the same platform.
Yeah, no, that's great. That saves money. Yeah. And so we'll be waiting on the assays there at Atocha. Then what about Santa Barbara? What do you anticipate there in the next several months?
Well, in Santa Barbara, we have been very quiet since the last time that you and I talked and we presented, because what we've been doing at the mine is not worth press releasing, but we widened the horizontal drift that will be the haulage tunnel of the Santa Barbara. We actually, far ago, we announced that we got vein number 2, but we kept cross-cutting to access another third parallel vein, vein number 3. We're just about to reach it. But we're putting a lot of effort into organized and clear the collapses of the Mariana mine, which is the former artisanal mine, which is 100 meters from our current processing plant in the 200 additional hectares that we added to the Santa Barbara project. With Mariana working and some of those upgrades in Santa Barbara, I can expect to have 3 mine phases on 3 different veins, which we can simultaneously run 3 different bulk samples, which it will increase our flow of news and our flow of information.
Great. And I've been involved with other exploration projects that have a bulk sampling plant, and it's very useful and helpful in getting the information that we need quickly. In other words, we're drifting for grade and we're drilling for structure. Why don't you explain that a little bit?
Yeah, usually we're all used to drill holes and intersects, and then ultimately we're doing a spacing in between the holes. But those gaps are filled with geostatistics because it's not a complete sample. But if we do a continuous sample along the vein, along strike, and it's continuous, there's no sample left, there's no statistics to fill the gap. And we're breaking it down, in our case, in 10-ton intervals, which translates in 1.8 meters, 2.2 meters, in case of the vein pinches out or swells. But it's a continuous sample broken in pieces. And those pieces are continuous, and the sample is a complete sample. Drill hole sample is a small cylinder, and it gets what it gets, the quartz part of the vein or the fall gouchy part of the vein. And this is the only intersect until the next sample, which is 25 or 50 meters apart. So this way we get much more information, and which is better, being processed in the pilot processing plant as a bulk sample. It gives us also the head grades, the recoveries, some metallurgical information, and then we can use those blocks once we drill above and below to fill those gaps just statistically with more infill information that is real and continuous. So it all helps. It helps much more. and actually relying on just plain simple intervals. And nugget effect, you can deal with nugget effect in the drill holes, and then one will tell you 1 gram, the other one 30 grams. Is not representative that the average is 15. So it's that's a say we have in geology. You drill for the structure and you drift for the grades. It's nothing
Right.
that I invented.
No, and it's a data-driven business. So the more data you get, the better decisions you can make. And yeah, it just helps us to learn a lot more about what we're doing earlier on than it normally takes. So it's a great asset, I think, to have a bulk sampling plant right there.
Absolutely
Okay.
correct. And also, sorry to interrupt, but every sample will come with a gold pour, and that gold pour pays off for the exploration. You
Right.
self-pay for the exploration. So you're not paying per meter drilled, you're getting paid for every meter you drift. So it's the best deal possible.
Yeah, no, we love that. We love saving money and keeping our share structure low. So it's a nice situation. I'm glad you have that. Listen, let's wrap this up on the note that you guys are looking for an additional project, and you're looking to strengthen the management team. So what can we talk about there right now as far as that goes?
The company, we want to grow the company, but we want to grow the company one step at a time. Now we decided we want to get a third project, but it has to be a third project that identify, or actually it fills our criteria of location, workability, information, size. And we have a few prospects in our target that we're pursuing negotiations. Also, we're strengthening the board. Our current board, some of that was inherited from Baroyeca when the company was rolled back, and we need independent directors, but we're already talking to top class, world-class mining experts to join the board. Some of them have agreed. So we're working on, in the short to medium term, change more than half of the board and getting a much more reliable, solid company.
Great. And with that in mind, let's just mention the political situation. There's an election going on. It's not really going to affect exploration companies, but with 1 minute, why don't you explain that a little?
Colombia is facing a scenario that never happened before. They had like 3 decades of almost the same bipartisan in the government, but the people got fed up. So the results from the election, it was a candidate was supposed to be second, or was expected to be second, not supposed, to go in the final with the left-wing group with Petro, but it is an unexpected result, because another extreme of the 2 poles of the presidential candidates, you get a left and a right, and a populist and a businessman, but we lost the 3 decades of historical traditional bipartisan. We don't know what is going to happen. Both are pro-environment. One is more pro-mining than the other. But if the left-wing government gets into office, it's going to make more difficult for big mining companies to go open pit, obtaining environmental licenses. He already advised that. And it's going to tackle on coal, gas, and oil. On the other side, the other candidate is going to be more strict, making companies liable for environmental liabilities, but it hasn't said anything about changing the law or forbidding mining companies. So both the scenarios will work for exploration companies like ours. At this stage, we're not in a big mining scenario, but it's preferred for us that the businessman candidate, Rodolfo, actually takes the office. But if Petro actually wins the elections, we'll live with that and we will adjust accordingly, but our team is not too worried.
Yeah, no, I think you're okay. No problems there. Well, with that, let's call it an interview. Thanks for joining us, and good luck. Let us know what's going on. Give us an update with the latest assays.
Thanks, Greg. Thanks for having me here again.